Students, good morning. Students who are in the online, am I audible? Am I audible, students? Okay. Come in, ma. Why are you going that corner, students? Any reason is there? Going and sitting that corners and all in mosquitoes are there. Try to sit this side. Gap ikkada varaku కూర్చోడు అట్లా why are you there sitting? Tomorrow onwards, try to sit this side, okay? Don't try to sit in the corners. Okay. Anyhow, students, let us move to the further. I hope previous class we already started with, right? What do you do is one step back you sit, so fans will be available from that corner, okay na? So for your comfortability, when they put this, that air will go in this, and online students will get problem, okay na? So if you want, you can sit. If you are comfortable, you can sit. If you are comfortable with front row, is okay. Otherwise, back side you sit. Try to sit now. So I'll continue the scenario, students. Last class, we 2 classes over, we made you to understand one important thing in last class, ND array. Did you remember? ND array. And I am in the discussion of what? I am in the discussion of what? Similarities. Similarities. And what next? Differences. Differences between traditional Python list, and what? ND array. That is called a Numpy. And yesterday's class I introduced the word called what? ND array. I mean, so there I need to move to the further. Did you remember ND array, students? Open your mouth first. Remembered or not? Yes. What is ND array? ND array is a class. ND array is a, what is the Numpy? Module. Module it is. What is the module? A module is a collection of global variables, function names, and class names. Any person says that it is a package, don't try to believe it. They are saying something and they will not show anything practically. Right? When you are installing, when you are downloading, they are giving the name called package. But a package will not have alias name. Package will not have alias name. What can be given alias name? Import module name as alias name only you can give. Because yesterday I got a note, today I got a notice. Somebody said, is it a package? Something like, is it a module? These type of cock and bullock stories, the faculty should not tell. It is a module, first of all. Why module? Import module name as what? Alias name you are giving. That is called a module name. For packages, alias names cannot be given. If they ask that type of chit-chat questions, waste. So come to the point back. So I'll move to the further. Similarities, point number 1, I already said. What is the point number 1? Come on, fast. Come to the point. So, come on, fast. Library is also one more word is there. Library in the beginning of my sessions, I said. Library is called a general English. Libraries in C language are called header files. Libraries in Java are called packages. Libraries in Python are called modules. I already said in the day 1. Dheeraj, I already said. Did I say or not? Header files are C language. Packages in Java. Modules in Python. And I already explained packages also for you in my class. How packages will be used in our places? By using sys.path.append, by using what? Python path environmental variable. Packages are different, modules are different. Both of them I explained very nicely in my class. Okay, now let me move to the further. Similarities and differences between that. Online students, let me move to the further. Today, concentrate on the lectures. Now I am going to. And already I said, in the day one, in the 2 days back, when I started my concept, Numpy exclusive. In the first day, I already said new course. This will take 2 months. Numpy, pandas, matplotlib. Whether it is a package or module or that you least bother today, I'll give you so many technical reasons. It is a module. Now, prerequisite should understand this. Student must know about all these things. Next is called what? To get what job you will get it after finishing this, you will become data analyzer and a data analytics engineer. And you will use a lot of places to use in scripting, AWS, Azure. These are all different places you will come across. For scripting purpose, you will get it. Okay. Now, online students, daily I will talk to you. I'll give the mic facility for you. Let me start. This is my prerequisite. Let me start. What is the yesterday's class? Python traditional list and then and next is what? ND array object gives you what? Indexing and slicing. This is the first point I already said. Second one I said what? Traditional Python list and then what? ND array object or what? Or what? Mutable. Mutable. The moment I said mutable, immediately we should get in the brain what is mutable. The mutable object is one which will do the changes at the same address. That is called a mutable. And traditional Python list and then ND array objects are iterable, iterable in the sense, iterable. They can be iterated. They can be iterated by using functions which I am going to tell you. By using loops, by using loops, by using iter function, by using what? ND, enumerate function I can tell you. In my class already I said you what? Enumerate. Today I am going to use what? ND, which is very easy. 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, you can use all those things. This I will explain to you that you need not to worry about it. These are called what? Similarities. These are called similarities. Now I am going to talk about what? Differences I am going to talk about it. Are you able to follow now? Differences I am going to talk about it. What are the difference yesterday I said? Number one is called what? Memory usage. Did you remember students? Memory usage I said in yesterday's class. So I'll go to memory usage meaning I am going to tell you. What is the memory usage? Under the memory usage, I want to write a point. Traditional Python list. Traditional Python list always takes what? Always recommended to use. Always recommended to use for for small data, for small data, for small data sets, for small data sets. And then this place only I am using, under this place only I am using Python ND array object is recommended for taking what? Large amount of values. For storing large values of things, always recommended for storing large data sets. For what? Large data sets. Large data sets. Large data sets. Example, suppose I have a Google Play Store data. That is a beautiful project in real time. That is a EDA project. Exploratory Data Analysis. EDA. Spell out once. When you go to industry, they will ask you, have you done any EDA projects? They will ask you. And you should not feel what is EDA. Already students are gold medalists in full forms. Correct? So all students are gold medalists in full forms. What is www? World Wide Web. What is the use of that? How that name came? What is its significance? Nobody knows. Correct or not? But if you started learning that, technically, if you improve your skill set, you are superior than everybody. Now, no problem. ND array object always recommended to store what? Recommended for storing which data? Large sets. So that takes what? Less memory. Let me show the example. Let me go to the Jupyter notebook. So today onwards, I started using what? Jupyter Notebook. Yeah. So I will go to this place, students. Coming to the Jupyter Notebook. So here I am going to take up. I am starting my kernel. It is a browser-based IDE. Browser-based IDE. You must install that Jupyter Notebook. Link also I will send you today in the notes. Today I am notes. I am going to give you the notes for you. There I am trying to say notes link పంపించమని చెప్పండి. Google link పంపించండి. ఇంతవరకు పంపించలేదు. నాకు ask them to send to my mail. So let us go to the new notebook. There I am going to take up. What I am going to take it? Differences between list and ND array related practical examples I am going to show you. Okay. And to give the name to your kernel, I am going to give you here some file name I am giving. Some file name I am giving. What is the file name? Some name. What is an extension? IPYNB. IPYNB. The PY stands for Python. NB stands for notebook. And I stands for you don't worry. That you don't worry. Nobody will ask you what is the dot IPYNB full form. They don't ask you. That you don't worry. I'll tell you the meaning of I also. Give the file name. What I'm taking? Importance of ND array. ND array dot PNB. This is a file name I gave it. Now I'm going to start writing the things. Did you understand yesterday how to install this Numpy module? Is it third-party module or it is already the module which is present in Python? Third-party module. Who is the father of this third-party module? Travis. Travis Oliphant. Just remember, idea purpose. No interview will ask you, idea purpose. In which language this NumPy was developed in? C language and Python. Not only C and Python. Why C? For fastest execution. Why Python? For comfortability in writing the coding. In which year it is developed? In 2005. If you remember some extra knowledge, nobody will ask you year, nobody will ask you the author name, nobody will ask you the which language it is developed. For your knowledge. Suppose the kid is there, he is asking what is NumPy. You have to tell the answer to him where he can understand. Right? And when you come to the professional stage, you must go for this kind of thing. Number one, I'm talking about memory usage. Let's come to this place, students. Now, take a example of list. LST is equal to, I'm taking some data, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Print of what? Content of LST. Content of LST is equal to LST. Python statements, these are all called. I am talking immediately. Memory space also I am going to talk. Memory space. Print of memory space. Memory space of LST is equal to, there is a function name called yesterday said, sys is a module, get the size of what? LST. Now I need to import what? Import sys. Import sys. What is the sys? Module. You try to run this. You are getting the memory space as what? 88. How this 88 is coming also I will explain. What is the meaning of that 88? How that is coming I will explain to you right now. Don't worry. Now students, I am converting today. This is a Python traditional list into what type? ND array object. ND array object. So now I am saying convert traditional Python objects, traditional Python list into ND array. ND array object. Yesterday only I gave this importance for you. So I'm saying that import NumPy as NP, import NumPy as NP. A is equal to NP dot. There is a function called what? Array, which is present in the module called NP. Module is a collection of global variables, function names, class names. What is my function name? Array of. I'll explain array of in detail. Right now, don't worry. Like how you need to think int of, float of, bool of, like 13 conversion functions are there in Python. Like that, I have a conversion function called array. I am converting the traditional Python object into what? ND array object. Are you following that? So you are a student. You are a student. The student don't know anything. I am converting into what? Python. What is this now? Python of student. Python is a function which I am converting into what? Object called Python here. So what is the use of function? Meant for performing the operation and provides the code reusability. Basics of Python is compulsory. By seeing some of the other batch students, I am seeing their faces. What is Python like? You are looking at me. So don't make me to fear and try to understand the subject. LST. I converted that LST into this place. Print of content of content of ND array, ND array, comma A. Memory space I am printing. What is this now? Memory space of memory space. Memory space of ND array. ND array is equal to what? Sys dot. Come on. Get the size of what? A. So you are going to get the memory space called 124. And don't just say always for what? Memory usage is always less for what? ND array. If you say, you'll be under the problem. I already said yesterday. Today also I made it clear. Today also I made it clear. Right, students? Come to the back to this. Coming to this area. Here I am going to. Coming to this area. Here you come to this area. This is for what data set? For smaller data set. Take the bigger data set and then observe it. Take the bigger data set. Here 124 is a bigger than earlier 88. Take something bigger. Here I am going to take it 123, 456, something 67, 88, 99, 34, 123, and for 56, 78. You take like that. And try to see the measure of the memory space 152. Same kind of thing you try to copy. You try to copy. Here also try to copy. What is this now? LST. That LST I am trying to copy into this ND array and try to print it. And try to print the type also. What is this now? Type of A. Type of A is equal to how do you print? Type of A. Last class also I shown you. See my dear students. You are getting what? ND array. What is the memory space you have? What is the memory space? Still, it is taking less memory only. Now I am entering into the third one. Here there is a lot of difference is there. Difference is there or not? But when you come to this place, here 152, 160, it is very closer. But when the moment the data set is increasing in list, it is going on taking extra memory space. That extra memory space, when I'm converting into ND array, it always try to take what? Less memory space. Still, let us move to the third example. Third example. When you go to the interview, you need to show like this only. Now I'm going to write this type of data once again here. Once again, I'm going to write it. Say this data once again, I'm going to write it. This data I'm going to write once again here. So I just put this much of big data. This much of big data I put it. What is the memory space? 280. The same thing you try to convert. So the same thing you try to convert into what? ND array. Third time I am converting array of LST. And more about array I will explain. It is going to give you the memory space. See how much is that? 224. Earlier memory space is what? Now tell me, for larger data set, when I'm planning to keep it in LST, definitely it leads to what? More memory. That will be the dangerous situation now. When I'm planning to store some thousand values in Python list, if I take it, definitely it consumes more memory space. That's why I will convert the Python traditional list into what object? ND array object. That will take what memory space? Now you can imagine if I take the double data than this, double, triple, fourth, four times, six times, and definitely it will take a lot of least memory space will come or not. So that's why I wrote it here. ND array object always recommended for storing large data sets, always takes less memory space. And for small data sets also go for what? Traditional list. So traditional list for this one will take what? Less memory, and for large data set, for large data set, for large data set takes what memory? More memory. What I shown you the observation that I am writing, same thing you try to tell in the interviews also. Here, less memory space for what? Large data sets. Small values definitely takes what? More memory space compared to list. And don't tell by reading some websites and all. ND array always takes less memory space. And person like me showing this output like this, what you will answer? Problem or not? That's why be practical. By seeing some texted documentation, don't believe that because it is not written by Travis Oliphant. It is written by some XYZ person in internet, and don't believe such kind of things. Always practical knowledge is important. Did you understand? This is called a number one difference. Number two difference I am going to enter. Ready to understand? Online students, my dear students, is it clear for you people? Is this difference is clear? Please respond, guys. All of you need to respond. I'll tell you the same PDF file for you. I'll send you this example sheet as usual. Notes I will send you. Whatever the examples I am doing in the class, that also I will send you. So by seeing this documentation, you can practice. Okay, now? You need not write separate notes by yourself. I'll send you the notes. I'll tell you the examples. I'll tell you the projects, everything. Only you have to practice. Okay, now? Right. Come to the point. Next, I'm going to enter into the other way around. What is the next way around? It is something like this. Second difference, I'm going to talk about it. Second difference, I'm going to talk about it. What is the second difference? See, I will take LST student. Second difference, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, and 70. This is my given data, 80. And print content of LST, content of LST list is equal to comma what? LST. You might be knowing it. Comma what? LST. At the same time, I'll print the memory address, memory address. That is called ID we can call. How do you find that? ID of what? LST. ID of LST. I hope you are following me. How do you find that? ID is a function which will give you the memory address. I mean, it is going to be saying here, this is called my list data. This is called a list data. I already said in the last class only, all values are stored. It is going to contain LST here, which is going to contain what? XX123 is an address. And this entire is called what? Object of LST. Just observe it. Yes, this is the data. This is the data. Especially students, other batch students, I am concentrating more and more. My batch students, I don't concentrate. No need also. No need also. And it doesn't mean that if you don't read, I am not concentrating on any student. You have to read. Because this part, they're already expert, I feel. So 0, 1, 2, so on, it is going to be some X number will come. And -1, -2, so on, it is going to come some minus Y number will come. That this is called memory management. Positive indexing, negative indexing. And both of them, yesterday I said indexing and slicing can be performed. Now, my dear students, internally, whose address is called what? This is an address of this entire list. What is this now? 0832 is the data. 0832 is the address. Now, generally, internally, this is what you feel. This is all these things are available in one place only you will feel. But strictly, the values of list are not continuous, are not consecutive. They are scattered in the memory. At which address they are scattered? In this address only they are scattered. Like Hyderabad, address is Hyderabad. In Google map, there is an address. In world map, there is an address of Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, the city, the colonies and then places are scattered or not? Like that. When you come to that, I am trying to print the value 10, whose address, 20, whose address, 30, whose address, all the individual elements addresses I am printing, which are present at which address? 0832. I am saying that individual elements of list are not continuous, are not contiguous, are not sequential. They are what? Scattered. How, students? I am showing for value in where? LST. For value in LST. Do you know how to print the value? For loop, you know, na? For loop, you know. See, my dear students here, try to see all the values are printed or not. But today I want to print what also? ID also I want to print ID. So I'm writing here, I'm writing here value I'm printing, and then value related address also I'm printing. Value related address also I'm printing. Format of value comma ID of value. ID of value. Are you able to follow? If you want, I will print the another address. List address also I will print. List address also I will print. What is this now? ID of what? LST. What is same? ID of LST is same for all of them. Value different. Value address is different. That is what I am bringing. Go there and click on where? Shift enter and see that what is happening. Close the bracket of one more. Yes, close the bracket of one more. Come on, ma. Clearly try to understand. The value 10, which is a part of the list. This is a list address. But what is the address of that 10? 89736. What is the address of 20? 90056. There is no relation at all between these numbers. There is no relation at all. They are just scattered. Are you following? If you think like this, if you think like this, if you think like this is called my LST, whose address is called what? 80838322. Here one value is there, here one value is there, here one value is there. These are all scattered. These are all scattered at this address. Are you following? Here 10 is there, here 20 is there, here 30 is there, here 40 is there, here 50 is there, here 60 is there. These are all called what? Different addresses or not? These addresses you observe it. These are not consecutive. These are scattered. Then because of this, what is the problem happening? When I am processing the data, first time what I need to process 10. It will go to this address. After processing 10, it will go to where? 20. Where is my 20 is present? It has to come all the way from this address to this address. After processing this 20, it has to go to this address. Is it not taking lot of time to visit my values or not? Come on. Yes. Is it increasing the speed? Is it is faster to access or slow to access? It is a very slow to access. That's why retrieving the data or accessing the data of the list is too much slow. Is too much slow because the data of the list addresses are scattered. You are seeing practically. Same kind of thing I am converting into which type? ND array. Simple students. Suppose you are there in my class. Different students are there in different locations in the city. Suppose if I want to visit you, one person is there in Amirpet, one person is there in High Tech City, one person is there in somewhere. Is it easy to visit to every door of your house? Difficult for me. Instead of that, I am saying that I am keeping some of the students in one hostel, one more student in one more hostel. These hostels are adjacent to each other. Is it easy to process you or not difficult or process? Easy to process because they are called consecutive. Look at that now. Look at that now. Convert that list into which type? ND array. Come on, A is equal to NP dot array of what? LST. And print the content of that. Print the content of that. As usual, you print it. Print the content of it. These are called what? Of course, content of what? ND array. ND array. I'm just writing it. Print the content of ND array. Sorry. A. I need to print A students. A, I need to print it. This is an ND array. Now I'm printing its individual values addresses. How do you print the individual values addresses? Same. For value in A, for value in A, I'll say what here? Same style. for value in A. So something went off. For value, for value in A, for value in A, inside of that, for value in A, come to point here. I say value I am printing, address I am printing, and I am going to print the address of ND array also. Dot format of value, comma, ID of value, comma, what is this now? ID of A. ID of A. Coming to this point here, coming to this point, I am just saying here value, value, ID of A. So try to see, my dear students, what is happening. Close the bracket. See, students, carefully observe it. All the students must be careful enough. What you are getting in A, ND array here. What is happening here? What are the values you are getting here? Carefully follow. 10. What is an address? 0080. And see this now. 0080. 0080. Are you observing? And next you see this here. One more thing you see. This 30 you see. 336 you see this. 30 you see. 4096. 430 you see. And then 60 you see. What is this now? 4096. 4096. And 40 and this one you see. And one more is also there. And 40 and then what? 70. And the next is called what? 30. 30. Of course, it is there in the separate place. This indicates what? All these values are what? Clustered. Clustering. Do you know clustering? That are called bins, we can call bins. I will explain the bins concept. Very, very important. In one bin, in one cluster, two values are there. Immediately, one more kind of thing, one more kind of thing. And if you observe the ND array data is clustered. And list data is what? Scattered. What is the difference between scattering the data and clustering the data? Clustering the data is easy to access, fast to access, whereas list object data is what? Scattered. Which one is easy to process? Which one is easy to access? ND array data is easy to access because you are seeing the addresses. I think you are following. You take more number of values, you take it. More number of values, you take it. That time you will be getting some group of values in one address, some more group of values in one more address. Hmm. Hmm. That see address three digits of 4 digits of 5 digits of that doesn't matter. In house numbers in Hyderabad, 3 digits of 4 digits or 10 digits it doesn't matter. It matters its address. Correct or not? Right. In a company, there are 3 digit employee number, is there 4 digit employee number, 5 digit employee number. That doesn't matter. Mattering what? Clustered or not. Correct or not? So that is what you have to make the difference. Okay, now? Shall I move to the further? Did you understand this difference? Come on. So some student is asking. So why 10 and 80 address is same, he is asking. That is what I am trying to tell in the class. If they did not understand the subject, there is a waste to attend my class. Straightforward. That only I am shouting in the class. The values 10 and then 50 and then 80 are put it into one cluster. When coronavirus came, all the coronavirus people put it into one cluster. Why? When any medical representative is coming, it is easy to process them. If one coronavirus patient, one location, another location, the virus will spread everywhere. That's why clustering concept came into the picture. That only I am shouting. They are asking why 10 and 2 is at same address. Waste of my time when I talk about that. Are you able to follow? What is the difference between traditional list and then ND array? ND array data is a clustered. It is faster to access, easy to access. And a list data is completely scattered. It is difficult to access, difficult to process. That will boost the space. That will boost the speed. That will boost the speed. I hope you are understanding this. I hope this you are understanding. So, ND array data, ND array data, ND array data is, come on, clustered. Whereas list data is scattered. Very, very important. First question in the interview point of view, when you go to a data scientist, what is the use of ND array? You have to tell all these things with practical examples. Understand? Suppose the other person may be saying, how do you know that it is called a fast accessing? Can you show any example? Instead of saying only theory, you have to show all these examples. How it is taking less memory space, you have to tell these examples. Theoretically, if you say, they are useless. You have to be practically sound. This is called a second. Are you able to follow? Did you understand this? Fine. Online students, did you understand this entire thing? See, students, I am explaining so perfectly. Slowly, I am explaining. After I explain, if you ask, please repeat again. See, saying that word is very easy. Please repeat again. It is very easy. But repeating will take how much pain it is. I am explaining so crystal clear, like a parrot words I am explaining. And if you don't catch that, it's difficult. If 464 students are asking me, please repeat again, it's difficult for me. I am explaining crystal clear, first of all, with practical grounds. So, understand. Okay, Rohini. Yes. Now I will move to the further. Shall I move to the further now? Yes. Now, I am asking one question. Have you completed school days? School. Yes, sir. Who is that? Correct. Stand up once. Stand up. Right. What is the vector? What is a vector? Keep your mobile in the packet first. What is a vector? What is a scalar? Don't know. Okay, shut up. So, anybody else, girls, boys? I know this already. This I know. Already I know this. This already I know. You don't know, I know already. But I will ask the questions. Now, so somebody is going for entering into physics, chemistry. Physics also vector scalars are there. In JEE mains, advanced scalars, IP exams, very important. But don't take that much tension. Doing that is very much tension. That much tension, if you take in software field, you will become scientist. Take a simple interest you take. You will become perfect software engineer. And follow my guidelines strictly, you'll become perfect student. Now I come to the point. ND array object, I am talking about vector-based operations. Vector-based operations. Let us start. So, coming to the third difference, I am talking about the third difference. Third difference I am going to talk. That difference is vector-based operation. Vector-based operation. Take care. Now, Sutosh, vector having magnitude and direction. Okay. Don't concentrate too much on it. It's good. Ashutosh is very good. Don't take that much strain. Why do you have that much strain? Relax. Relax. Now, come on. LST is equal to 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Now I want to increment 1 to every value of the list. I want to increment 1 to every value of the list. What you will do? I want to increment 1 to every value of list. Means I am expecting 11, 21 and 31. I want to make it. How do you make it? How do you make it? While loop. Okay, you are my student. Good. Now, I want to write it. To increment this value, I need to go for what? I need to go for what? While loop or for loop, I will write. I have to write such a big logic I have to write. For value in where? LST. For value in LST, what I do? I will go for taking that value and I will increment it and I will keep it in the new list. I will take one empty list here. LST1 is equal to an empty list. I took it. Here I am writing LST1 dot append of value plus 1 I am writing. Value plus 1 I am writing. And at the end of it, I am printing LST I am printing. I am writing here content of LST, content of LST is equal to LST. Now I'm writing print of what? Content of LST1 is equal to I'm writing what? LST1. See the answer now. 10, 11, 11, 21, 31. I put a lot of code there. I put lot of code there. I don't want this. A BCom student, how he can do it? Or a BZC student, how he can do it? A dental science student, how you can do it? But all the people are working in data science now as a data analyzer and data journalist. How they can do? That's why NumPy came into the picture. I mean, let us take one more time this example. Here I wrote a code. Okay, well and good. Appreciates intelligence. But I'm expecting LST is equal to what? LST plus 1. Adding a numerical value to the group of values is called mathematically vector-based operation. Adding a single value, fundamental value, int value, float value, bool value, complex value is called fundamental data type values. Adding to one iterable object called LST, which will give you error. That is called vector-based operations are not possible to perform. Error is coming, you see. Error, type error. Can only concatenate list to list only. In my Python classes, list plus another list merging. But a list plus one numerical value, single value, not possible to perform. I mean to say error is coming here. This error, I will keep it as it is. This is an error. That means here, vector-based operation is not possible to perform on where? On where? List object. What do you mean by vector-based operation? Adding a single numerical value to the group of objects, to the iterable object is not possible here. That's why we got an error called what? Type error. How I was sorted out by using what? The big traditional code I wrote or not? Are you getting, students? So instead of doing that, I want to go for what? Now convert. Take LST value as what? 10, 20, 30. Convert this value into what? ND array. A is equal to what? NP dot array of what? LST. LST. I converted list. Print of what? Content of what? A. Content of A is equal to A. Content of A is equal to A. Are you following that? Next, I want to print what? Content of A. You printed that. And one more thing I'm going to say, this is before. A is equal to what I'm doing? A plus 1. This is known as what operation? Vector-based operation. Vector-based operation. Now I'm going to say content of A, original content of A. I'll write original content of A. Here I'm writing print of what? Updated content of A. Updated content of A is equal to comma A. See the answer now. What is the answer? Got it? 10, 20, 30 and 11, 21, 31. Are you able to follow? Are you able to follow, students? So what is this operation is called? What is this operation not possible? Vector-based operation not possible. Where is the vector-based operation is possible? Yes. Go to the difference table and say what? Vector-based operation. What do you mean by vector-based operation? Once again, I am asking. What do you mean by vector-based operation? Once again, I am asking. Performing some operations on the iterable object with numerical conditions or numerical values. Suppose, for example, these many students are there, students. I want to take out those students whose age is between 21 to 25. Whose age is between 21 to 25. I want to take the age more than 25 to 27. I want to go for gathering that information. It is not possible directly to write on where? LST. So go to the place. Here I am going to write it. Vector-based operation. At this point of time, to understand in a simplest manner, this is the one you can take. A lot later, I'll tell you so many examples on that area. Like a Telangana state board is there. Results are released. Intermediate results are released, which contains what? Hall ticket number, student name, father name, mother name, Telugu marks, Hindi marks, so many subject marks, CGPA, everything is there or not? I want to find out who are the students who are having top 5 marks, toppest 5 marks, bottom type 5 marks. And I want to find out those students who are getting topmost mathematics marks. Are you getting that? Who is the second in state? Who is the first in state? Who is the last in state? I want to do some analysis on that. How do you do that? Vector based operations I will perform. Greater than, less than operations I will perform. On where? On where I will perform? ND array I will perform. And still, if you want me to understand, and I'm just hesitating to show you that answers now. Why? Because if you don't understand them quickly, it's a problem. I will take it one more time, last and final, I will take it. This data, I will take it. This data, I am taking it. For example, here I am taking, say, for example, 45, 67 minus 34. This is my data. Now I am asking, get the positive values. Get the positive values. How do you get the positive values here? I have to write definitely big code or not. Now I am writing list greater than what? 0. It will give you error. It will give you error. Not supported. See the error. This is not supported. Are you following me? This is not supported. Say here, comment, I will keep it. So, vector based operation, not possible. All these things I'll explain with the 0 level. Today I'm showing the differences between them. That's why I'm concentrating more on that. Vector based operation, not possible. Then take the same stage, students. See, guys, here, this error I'm keeping as it is in my document, because when you are doing, you should understand that. Convert into what? ND array. NP dot array of LST. Beautiful. Print of what? A. And the type of A. Keep it. Just to see. ND array. Now I am applying here only. Come on. Which values I want? Let it be. Which values you want? Positive values. Is it positive? Yes. Yes means what? True. Is it positive? False. Is it positive? 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 So what is that coming? True, false is coming. That is called what? Boolean array. What is that? Come on. See how beautiful this is. Positive value means greater than 0. You see the answer. True, false is coming. True, false is coming. What a beautiful subject. That I will write it. That I will write it. A of. See the beautiful output is coming. A greater than 0. Super. Such a small logic. A greater than 0. What is coming? True, false, true, false. Whatever is true, that entries will be retrieved. I want to get, which values? Which values? Less than 0 I want. Less than 0 I am getting. Is it not called filtering? Is it not called applying greater than, less than on which object? Iterable objects, which is not possible to apply on where? List. It is possible to apply on where? Yes. In my ultimate project level. So to digest all these things, you need to have a lot of subject. Every student will not understand data analysis. First of all, they should have a curiosity in understanding my subject. Go to the place. Here I am going to take it. One small thing I will take it here. Just to try to understand. Here I am going to show you one small data set. Data sets I am taking. Take an example of Google Play Store. You take it. This is what I am explaining to you. Project level this is. Google Play Store. What is this Google Play Store? Your Google Play Store, right? You know, apps are there. Apps are there or not? How many apps are there with me? This is called Excel sheet, which is downloaded. Here it is containing how many Excel sheets are there, you see. Download here, you come on, you are having 10,842 apps are there. In that apps, what are the column names are there? See on the top of it, app name on the top of it. App name, category, rating, reviews, size, installs, type, price for installing, content, generous, last modified, content version, Android version. What these are all called? Column names. Now my question is what? Find the apps which are having highest review rating, highest reviews. How do you write the code? Do you think that I will write kilometers of code, tons of code? I will write just two, three, four, 3 lines of code I will write. And if I am writing just 1 line of code, I will write. How it is possible 1 line of code? Python knowledge, Numpy knowledge, Pandas knowledge, Matplotlib knowledge. That's all. I want to find, I want to find which are the apps which are freely downloaded. Find the app names which are freely downloaded. What is the column name available? Type. Type. Are you following? Find the apps which are having highest size in downloading. Highest size. There is a size is there. 19M, 14M. Some sizes are there or not? How to do that? All these things, EDA project. This is called EDA project. As on today, any data scientist, you have to keep in your resume EDA projects, you have to keep it. Are you following that? WHO, well, you know WHO, right? WHO is releasing some guidelines for somebody. How do you detect that this patient is a coronavirus patient or non-coronavirus patient? How do you detect it? How do you detect it? Is that the test engine, is the testing person knows already coronavirus meaning? No, they already gave some guidelines. That guidelines are checked with this person test case results that are compared. Anyone is matching, he say it as a positive, not matching, say it as a negative. Membership operator, I will use it. Everything how to convert into Python. That is called software development. Don't learn only theory. Don't learn subject. Learn the subject in such a way that you are going to apply to the applications. This I will explain in the class. Okay. This is a project. And one more thing is you take it one more last and final. This is called my student results. All ticket number, name, Telugu, English, Hindi, Maths, Science. Small data set. This is called a small data set. Where can I keep this small data set of Telangana state inter results, 10th class results? Is it possible to keep it in lista? No, I don't keep it in list in list. List in list will take what? More memory space. Where can I keep this list in list? ND array, which will take what memory space? Less memory space. How can I process this vector based operations, conditionals and everything? By using what? Vector based operations. Is it possible to do vector based operations with a list? So I have to go for easiest module or not? What is that easiest module is called? Yes. Did you understand that point here? Vector based operations. What I am applying? Conditionals, operations. This is a small example I said. I'll tell you multiple examples, mind blowing. At one point of time, it is bouncing to you like anything. So, vector based operations. Doing what? Comparison, manipulations. I'm writing. Comparison, comparison, comma, manipulations, comma, accessing, etc. operations on what? Etc. operations on what objects? Iterable objects. First of all, you need to know what do you mean by iterable. Iterable objects are those which are containing more than one value. Non-iterable objects are there which are containing only one value. All fundamental types are called non-iterable. Int, float, bool, complex are called what? Non-iterable. These are all Python related topics. Iterable means what? STR, bytes, byte array, list, range. They are all called what? Iterable. Iterable. I think you are following me. Come on. Vector based operations. And next, I'm going to talk about it. Another kind of thing which I'm going to talk. Did you understand this entire thing? And very recently, I heard in one moment of it, I just want to come to this place. And here I want to go to this. Here I want to. Here students. And of course, I want to tell you in the beginning only. I heard very recently, memory space is what here? Memory space is what here? List. Are you observing the memory space here? List. Last moment I will show you. What is the last moment here? 224. What is the memory space here? 280. And who said that point? Data science faculty said that. Without knowing something, they are coming into teaching field and disturbing the people. Do you know what they said? Observe. Here, of course, it is not to create this knowledge in your brain. 280. Why the memory space is taken here? Why the memory space is taken 224? The reason, they said the reason, you know what is the reason? See, here, comma is there, comma is there, comma is there, comma is there. For every comma also memory space is taking. Here, no commas are there. That's why memory space is not saying. There is no comma, comma here. That's why it is taking less memory space. They are saying it is a blunder. Not a space also. Space is also not a space. Space is also no. Even comma also will be there inside. They don't know that. They are just trying to make the students to convince. If I am a student, I'll show stars to that faculty. Definitely. If student definitely will believe. Why? Here comma is there. Here comma is not there. Yeah, they will easily convince it. Let me take up that. One example I will take you. Let me show you the last and final. And don't try to, because these days it becomes more and more. This a comma is there or not? Come on, convert. A is equal to what? NP dot what? Array of what? LST. Here I am printing what? A. I am using print, but today I don't use a print. I am just writing A only. See that what is happening? Comma is coming or not? Comma is coming. What is that now? Array. Comma is coming or not? Then what is the answer then? What is the answer? That answer. If you say to that, why less memory space here? Why more? Sir, there is a comma here, no comma. I will show this. Then what is your answer? Where is my sir? You will see. Sir is not there. Money lost, time waste. This is called, you have to learn purely practical grounds. When you go to interview tomorrow, open the laptop in front of interviewer. You start answering. They'll praise you. Only buttifying the notebook and going to interview and talking is useless. Now come down and learn practical things. Clarified? Huh? Another thing I am going to. Shall I move to the further? Yes. Now, online students, up to here, it is clear. Now I am entering into further. Now I am entering into further. What is that? Small data sets, go for list. More number of data sets, go for what? ND array. Now, another point I am going to enter about array. What is the meaning of array? Homogeneous values. Now I am entering into the further. LST is equal to 10 comma row sum comma 34.56 comma 2 comma 2 plus 3j. What is this is called? List. Print of what? LST comma type of LST. Type of LST. This is known as what? One int type. One int type. What is this row sum type? str type. String కాదు. str. str. String is in Java. str. And this is called what? Float type, bool type, complex type. So you can print that for value in LST, for value in LST, print of value, comma, print of value, comma, you can say this, comma, type of what? Value, type of value. You are getting the data types. When you speak something, it should be practical. When you speak something, it should be practical. Boolean also you should not call. Bool. Boolean, if you say it is a Java, then. Bool means Python. String means Java. str means like that. What you are speaking, speak that only. English, Hindi, Urdu mixing speaking, that is called a problem. Nobody can understand. Okay. Now I am going to introduce further. Yes. Now I am going to say, so here I am going to say, see, Immu, student called Immu. Because of one wrong faculty said that word is Numpy the modular package. See how that is spread. For wrong thing, sound is more. Numpy is a modular package. These are all useless questions. First of all, who asked that question? I am saying useless question. It is a module I said already in the class. It is a module I said. It is a module. Why? When I am importing, We are giving what? Import module name as what? Alias name. For packages, we don't give what? Alias name. For downloading purpose, GitHub people has given in the form of one folder. If we have the complete knowledge on what? Modules in your classes, if they teach well about what? See modules here. Modules here. There is a syntax because this is my time waste when I'm talking on that. Import. Here syntax is what? Module name. Import module name as what here? Alias names. Alias names. ICICI module, AOP module, maths as alias name. What I said today? Import Numpy as alias name. This is the concept I said. For modules, you can use alias name. For packages, you come. In my classes, we used to discuss. In my classes, I used to discuss packages. Packages. You see packages. What is the first of all package? Package is optional folder. I said how to distribute your modules, I said, in my regular classes. How to download the packages, I said. Module only you are downloading. This is my classroom notes, sir. What is the package? See, a package is a collection of what? Modules. Faculty will not explain this except me. What is the module? Inside the module, how to create a module? Create a folder. Inside you write one type of empty file, optional, and keep the modules inside. When I'm downloading, the people has to download the module. Module directly cannot be downloaded. But module has to kept in the package. That is called a folder. A folder we will download. That's why the GitHub people are giving it the package name. But actually it is not a package name. For the folder is concerned, it is a package name. And if you have the complete knowledge about my class, you will know what is the package and what is the module. Half knowledge is more dangerous. Even if I try to say one day, it's not possible. How to use it? sys.path.append, and one more is a Python path, is a concept to understand. This is a module different, package is different. This is what I used to tell in the classes. So, IMMU, but faculty not agree. Who is that faculty not agree? Let them go to hell. Go to industry, tell my concept. Faculty not accepting means he is not a brother of Rosam or grandfather of Rosam. Correct or not? Who is that person to not to accept? Let them go. Let them go. Or call me in front of me, I will make them to accept. You call in front of me, you call me in front of me, I will make them to accept. We'll take a complete session for that guy who is not accepting. Okay, tell them that word. Tell them that word. You bring in whoever it is, bring that person in front of me. Bring that person in front of me. Right. See, some people will not accept because feeling, feeling. If that person is not accepting, this person is not accepting, we don't bother about it. Reality, reality. Okay, whoever it might be, let them go to that. Come to the point back. So, because I don't want to talk about these unnecessary things. On wrong things, if I talk, we'll lose our points. Come. Are you following this? STR. STR. Now, one thing you ask, if they say package, you ask them, can I give alias name to the package? Alias names can be given for what? Module only. Import numpy as NP. What is that NP called? Alias name. Alias name. Alias name or not? To whom I am giving alias name? Module. Then what is numpy? Module. Package, huh? No. That's why you bring to me. I'll tell them. Come on now, go. Simple ma. I'll tell you one a simple example. Your family name is there or not? Your names are there. Each your family contains alias name. Family name means your surname. Each your surname contains alias name. Surname of that students will have alias name. Alias name means nicknames. Nicknames will be there for the family members. Is the nickname will be there for that family name, surname? No. So that is something like that only. Subject is subject. Don't make me to involve in that. Let us waste of my time. Come to the point. So for value in LST, come to the point back. Now I am going to continue. Shall I start now? Come on. This is called which data? Heterogeneous data. heterogeneous data. Now, this heterogeneous data, I am converting into which type? ND array. Convert into ND array. Convert into ND array. Here I am going to take up. Okay, now, then I am going to take up this place. What is happening? Converting into ND. A is equal to NP dot. What is this now? Array. NP dot what? Array. In that, I am writing what? LST. NP dot array of what? LST. Then, do you know what is happening? A comma type of A. Type of A. Immediately, what will happen? A is equal to NP dot array of LST. The LST data is not homogeneous. Is what? Heterogeneous. But our ND array is going to hold which data? It is an array. Array means which data? Homogeneous. Will it be converted or not? Will it be converted or not? That is my question. What data it is? Heterogeneous. I am converting into which type? ND array. Will it be converted or not? Yes or no? Say answer. No, you are saying, but it is yes. How? Internally, all these values are promoted, typecasted to the upper data type. What is an upper data type here? STR. In our typecasting mechanisms, I already said all the values are typecasted to what? Upper type of value. Who is an upper type of value? STR. I said already in my class, typecasting techniques. Why I designed my course content is so elaborate, because to understand this type of higher end subjects. But the people teach us Python by forgetting about this high end. They don't know that they are saying Python. That's the problem basically. They have to teach Python in such a way that we have to learn everything most perfectly without conflicts. Package, module, that is not the way. Whether they are able to teach perfectly or not, that is an important. See that now, you will be getting int 10 is converted into str, float is converted into str, 2 is converted into str, 2.3j also converted into what? Str. Now see that what is happening. ND array. All the values are converted into which type? STR type. Then you tell me, all of them are which type? STR type, homogeneous only. But my concept is, sir, this is we understood, sir. Now, what is the question coming in interview point of view? Can I convert? Can I organize different type of values in ND array? Yes. But internally treated everything as which type? Higher type it is promoted. Higher type it is promoted. One more example. Let us take. LST is equal to 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, comma, 12.34, 12.34. Print of what? LST, comma, type of what? LST, type of LST, syntax. So type of LST, this is my data. Convert into what? NP dot array of LST. NP dot array of LST. Now I am going to say print of, what is this now? A comma type of A. See that students, what is happening? What is the higher type here? Integer, boolean, and then what? Float. Which is having higher type? Float. In our classes already discussed. That's why it is 10 point, 10 point means 10.0, 20 point, 30.1 point. Why 1 point? Internally true is called what? 1. And this is called a 12.34. Is it automatically typecasted to higher type or not? Now, my conclusion is, irrespective of your different type of values or similar type of values, they are automatically converted into what? Higher type is promoted. Today, I am entering into, when I took this data, when I converted into what? ND array, A is equal to NP dot ND array of LST, it is automatically converted into which type? STR type. But my requirement is, I don't want to convert into which type? STR type. I want to take the values as it is, but all of them to be treated as same type. This is one of the typical point for you, which is generally covered in where? Oops. Generally covered in oops. That point, I would like to say one small example in the class. A small example in the class. Look at. Suppose you are a manager. You are another manager is there. Under the manager, a lot of people are working. X is working, Y is working, Z is working, K is working. And manager too you remove. X will not listen Y will not listen X. X will not listen Z, Z will not listen XY. All these people are not listening to all of them. They don't listen anybody else because they are in the same cadre. And who is the super for all of them? M1. M1. So if you take a small point of it, X will listen the word of M1, Y will listen the words of M1, all XYZ will K will listen the words of what? M1. So who is the super type of XYZK? M1. So you convert X into which type? M1. You convert Y into M1, Z into M1, K into what? M1. In our Python, everything is organizing in the form of what? Objects. Everything is organizing in the form of what? Objects. Objects will have internally what? Classes. That is a fundamental point you have to learn in Python in the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So, int is a class, float is a class, I'll show practically. Bool is a class, complex is a class, list is a class. For all the classes in Python, there is one boss is there. That is called object. That is called object. Even Java also, java.lang.object. Int, float, bool are called what? Classes. What is the 10? 10 is the value of which class? Int class. 20 is an 20.25 is an object of what? Float. These are all called what? Class values of which class objects? Int class object, float class object, bool class object, complex class object. Who is that super class for all of them? Object. Other batch students looking so complicated, but this is very simple. Let me go to that. I'm showing because what you learned, I don't know. And I'm asking one question and to one student of other batch who will face my question. I don't know. Who will face? If I ask specifically, it will be a problem. Who will face my question? You want to face? You'll try. Okay. Anybody else? If is the keyword, correct? If is the keyword. While is the keyword. Yes. So int is what? Keyword. That is the wrong answer. What is if? So, so int I cannot use as a memory variable. So that is called wrong. The faculty will tell like that only. Actually, student don't know that. Faculty will tell. These faculty will is said like that. That's why problem. Actually, students don't know that. Because of faculty only that problem will come. Look at that. I'll say this is what blunder people are saying. That's what I want to prove. Import. How many keywords are there? I am showing. Nobody will show. I am showing that. Keyword. Keyword. Why I am saying that word today? Because his faculty said like that. That person only said that it is a package, something, something is said. No, no. That is everybody will say. No, no. Everybody will tell like that only. Actually, you're a good student. That I noticed it. As KW. See, KW dot KW list, I will say. KW list. You see that here int is not a keyword. Bool is not a keyword. No keyword is available. How many keywords are there? Ln of ln of what? KW list. Ln of what, KW dot KW list. How many are there? 35 are there. People will say what? How many keywords are there in Python? 35. You will remember next year also 35. Even your child also will remember 35 only. But 35 will be changed to next year. Next year, they may be adding some new. This is a way to find out the keywords. Is int is a keyword? Is bool is a keyword? They are called classes. Class names can be used as variable names. Class names, I already seen that notes. That's why I'm saying that. They used to say int is a keyword. Int is not a keyword. Look at int is equal to 10. Int is equal to 3.4. It is called what? Acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. See, int comma type of int. What is that is called? What is the float here? Is it wrong or not? That's why faculty should have things first. Now, okay. So come to the point back. Finally, I'm trying to tell you one thing here. All of you try to follow. Here, help of int. Help of int. What is int? Class. I'm showing the documentation created by Rosam. What is int? Class. Here written. Who is a super class? In the bracket object. Next, come down, come down, come down. You take next also one more. This is called a library. This is called a library of int. This is called a library of int. Next, take one more. Help of what again? Help of. Take again what? Float. See that again. What is that? Float. Who is a superclass? Next, like that I will take it. Take any kind of class. Take any kind of class. Now I am showing one more. Last and final. Help of what? Help of what? List you take it. List you take it. Who is the class? What is the superclass? So into float, bool, etc. So many classes. Who is a superclass? Object. So today my interest is when I come to my explanation, I am saying that I will convert this list data to super type. What is the super type of int? Object. Bool, object. All the classes super type is what? So I'm converting into object. Today I am writing in the like this. D type is equal to, don't worry, I'll explain in the next class. D type is equal to object I am writing. That means convert all the values of this thing into which type? Object type. Don't treat them as a string or something. Convert into which type? Super type. So that PVM will treat all the values not as similar type of into float, bool, etc. They are converted into homogeneous type of which type? Object type. Simple students, you are all object of which type? KVR type. KVR is called what? Object. For all my students. You are Ramesh, Rajesh, Rakesh, etc. etc. people. All of them are which type? KVR type. I am converting into which type? KVR type. Print of what here? A. And then type of A. You see, observe it. It is going to give you what type? List data. And it is converted as it is into what? ND array. Are you following that? So this is going to be treated everything in the form of which type? Object type. What is an object? Super type of all the types. How do you print that? For value in where? A. A. Print of what? Value comma. Val comma. Type of val I am writing. Type of val I am writing. Even though you convert into object, they are treated internally as what? Their own type. But internally treated everything as which type? Object type. I don't know whether you catched me or not. In a family, for a father, there are 4 kids are there. 4 kids will not listen to anybody, but everybody will listen the parent words. So everybody's type is what? Parent, parent, parent. That is nothing but all the separate values converted into which type? Object type. What is an object? Super type of all the types. So today I am going to give you, I am able to convert all the type of values into which type? Even though it is containing different type, I am able to convert into which type? Super type of all the types called what? Object type. I hope you got my points. So what are the advantages of traditional Python list and then this ND array? Number one, irrespective of the type of values are there, we are able to convert into what type? Common type of data type called what? Object. Object. This knowledge is compulsory. If this knowledge you are unable to meet, you cannot catch my further things. You must have the standard knowledge in Python. Then only you can catch this. Now, finally, this entire thing, I'm going to send you the one small documentation today. What is the heading? You will get it. Differences between similarities of Python traditional list and ND array. That ND array meaning and everything I am going to send you. So what are the advantages? Number one, memory as usage and boosting the speed and vector based operation and object type conversion. Object type conversion. This I am going to give you the perfect notes for you. Actually, I supposed to continue some more concepts and that concept I will cover in tomorrow class. I think you are understanding today. So whatever I am explaining, I am showing practically. What you listened earlier might be unpractical or not, I don't know. But here I am showing everything practically. And if you don't know the existing basic knowledge, you cannot catch me because you need strong basics of Python. Then only you can catch me. Okay, students, I'll stop it here and I'll send you these notes to you. Yeah, students, I'll send you the notes to you. I think the admin has given the link for you. Admin has given the link for you, which I have seen in the beginning. I have seen in the beginning that link is there. You try to take that no link. To that link, I will post my notes today. Okay, now introduction to NDRA and these differences with a description I will show you. Thank you. All the best and don't miss tomorrow class. I will continue tomorrow with a practical approach. What is NDRA object and all those things with conversion mechanisms. Thank you. All the best. Online students, any doubts are there? You hold on. I'll clarify your doubts. In the online students who has the doubt. Srikant.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Srikant, please.
Yes, sir. Whether projects will also be covered in this course, sir? Project.
Yes, ma. I said na EDA projects will be covered. That is required for the data scientist, which I am explaining in the class. Beginning only I said na?
No, today I joined, sir. Actually, this is my first class.
Okay, Srikant. No issue. I will be discussing that perfectly. Just now I shown you Google Play Store data also na. This type of that I will explain. No need to have any worries. I'll explain everything perfectly.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Srikant. Next, Ramaswamy.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, sorry, sir, I might have missed, sir. What is ND array, sir? I mean,
ND array is a class. You'll easily understand. ND array is a class whose object can store one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data, all sorts of types of arrays. Like when you take our fundamental Python, list is called class, na?
yes, sir.
List, tuple, they are all called classes or not?
Yes,
So
sir.
in traditional Python, list object, tuple object, they are all called what? Classes and object. But when you come to Numpy programming, we have to store the data there also, na?
Yes, sir.
That data to store what we need? Object we need. Correct or not? Object.
Yes, sir.
That object require what? Class.
Yes,
That
sir.
class is called what? ND array class.
Okay. So ND array is one dimensional, I mean, it's a class. It contains one dimensional, two dimensional, till n dimensional.
Yes. Now I say ND array is a class present into Numpy module. It is used to store the data in one-dimensional format, two-dimensional format, like 3D, 4D, ND data also we can store in its object.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir. But we can store only iterable object, sir. Iterable. Okay, sir.
I will explain next. Again, I will come to next. Tomorrow, I will go to purely practical environment. Today, I show you only the overall picture about what is ND array advantage.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, we need a definition, sir. In interview, they're asked, right, what is the definition of?
definition is ND array is a predefined class in Numpy module. It is used to store one-dimensional array data, two-dimensional array data, n-dimensional array data for array-based computing. That is the
Okay.
definition. Okay, no?
Okay. Okay.
Right. Srikanth. Srikanth, having doubt again.
No, sir, no, sir. I have not lowered the hand.
Okay, Srikanth,
Okay,
no
okay.
issue.
Thank you.
Any more students having the doubt? Any more students having the doubt? My dear students, I am ready to clarify your doubts. Yeah. Suprit. Suprit.
Sir, will you cover Seaborn also?
Seaborn, no, ma'am. Matplotlib. Our course is containing up to Matplotlib. And once you understand Matplotlib, Seaborn is very easy.
Okay, sir, and how many months is this course?
Here written here. 2 months. It is written on the top of it. 2 months.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Next, Pavan Kumar. Pavan Kumar. Pavan Kumar.
I'm unmuting. Sir, here cover what is difference between MATLAB and Seaborn.
Definitely, ma. Definitely. When I come to Matplotlib, definitely I will cover Seaborn difference also, na.
Yeah, okay, sir.
And one thing, once you know Matplotlib, Seaborn is very easy. Some small changes will be there, and it will become Seaborn. Not a difficult.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Right, ma. Right. Dear students, any more doubts? Next, Mahinder. Mahinder. Mahinder,
Hello, sir. Good morning.
tell me. Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, if we have a list like a matrix,
Yeah.
that inner list take memory as custard or scatter.
See, ma, that inner list itself is called one value inside the ND array. Definitely, that
Ah.
entire list of values will contain at one address only. Each value in that address is again clustered.
Okay.
I hope you are understanding. I explained in ND array format.
Uh, my question is, sir, inner list also be taken as custard or scattered?
That's what I'm saying. Na? Once again, I will
Oh.
tell you. I am talking in the form of what first? ND array. Okay, listen now. Suppose there is a matrix with first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So how many inner lists are there? 4 inner lists are there. When I talk in the form of ND array, all that rows are clustered. Okay, and the values in each list are also clustered.
Okay, sir. Fine, I got it.
So we can understand that all values are clustered in the ND array only. So that
Okay,
accessing is easy and the fast accessing will be there. I hope,
Oh.
Mahinder, you understood that, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I got it.
Oh,
Thanks.
okay. Okay. Any more doubts, my dear students? Any more doubts? Aimnath, I will send you, I will send you my notes now. I'll send you my notes. Don't worry, I'll send you my notes. Sumit, cluster is nothing but a location where group of values are available at the continuous addresses. Continuous addresses. That is called cluster. Cluster is nothing but a place where group of values are continuous. That is called cluster. Sumit Raj. Okay, done. Any more doubts, students? Dear students, any more doubts you have? Okay, students. So I hope no, and I'm seeing in the chat box there is no hand raising symbols are there. I hope there is no doubt, and I clarified the doubts of the students who got it. And I am signing out. and I'm going to upload the notes. Thank you, students. All the best. Don't miss tomorrow class. Very, very important. Thank you. All the best.